Welcome back. It's very much a noonday, everyone. Much later as well, on a Saturday. How lovely. Well, the trees are still blooming. That's something. Very flat roof there. It's not good when it rains if it's flat. You need proper drainage, that sort of thing. I don't see a copy of Woo Baby there, Reen. Clearly not a fan. Orbal camera.
All right.
Triple dot.
Time to get going.
Oh, Reen!
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
Either that or they're sleeping in.
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least.
Yeah, so keep an eye on this sensing thing. We've discussed it at several points over the previous Let's Plays in this series.
Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
See, here's the thing. Why would they call it out? It's the calling it out that's the significant thing, not the fact he has this sensing. It is, to me, just a lesser version of Cassius's ability, or Lecter's ability in that regard.
Huh.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Elisa. We'll see you in class.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long.
It's not that she's holding a grudge. It's like I said, it's like she's more annoyed at herself. It'll become more apparent later.
She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to. Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
I'd say that's more what's going on here. It's like she can't believe she was so sensitive. Really.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually. Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be.
Oh, good luck, Reen. And lovely blooming flowers. It's almost like it's snowing.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they?
Yeah, it was like they just went up or down on a simple chart that showed me the date, yes.
It's funny. I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
Which he's bitter about.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well too, as are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh dear, Mango.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity.
They're so alike.
I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along. And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yes. Us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
It's barely... it's down there. It's barely a distance, Elliot. What are you complaining about? It's a little bit of an extra walk.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at once.
Hmm.
Class 7, I see.
I could make a joke about Roman numerals and IC being Roman numerals, but I won't.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you?
No? I mean, yes, definitely. Mm.
Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick!
Indeed, Patrick, oh my god, yes, I adore you.
A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
I think you'll find it's pronounced class. Kind of noble of you.
So they're from one of the upper classes. This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really? Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet?
I was thinking about chess.
Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Hey, do you know if, like, that little petite girl I met has anything, like, going on? Like, jobs or something for me? I'd be interested in that. It's the name of the game, everyone. I know, you were waiting for it. I know. It's the cogs of the game, everyone.
Stand, bow, be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago.
Was it? Oh. Hello, Thomas.
This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course.
Yes, of course.
Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the Empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikel's Rhysei Arnor.
Rhysei. Okay.
He would later become known as Dreikel's the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Dreikel's army was initially rather small in number. But as he traveled across the Empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikel's first began gathering his army was... Reen Schwarzer, would you care to tell the class?
The place where Dreikel's first started to gather his army was the... Well, my favorite place, of course, the Nord Highlands. It was the Nord Highlands, a region northeast of Erebonia. Very good, Mr. Schwarzer. Prince Dreikel's wanderings led him to the land of Nord, where he lived with the vagabonds for some time. It was there that he heard of the civil war taking place in Erebonia, and those vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. Yes, I got it right. Nord Highlands. Guess he didn't need my help after all. See, again, this is just this idea of like... It's all about her own emotions and the way she feels about herself, and like she doesn't know how to approach an apology and how to do it properly, and she'd feel embarrassed and all that kind of stuff. It's very an internal struggle within herself that makes her interesting. Because she's a nice person. It's like, she realized she did wrong, and she's trying some way to bridge the gap and apologize, but she just doesn't know how. In the same way, Reed doesn't really know how to approach the situation. Very similar people when you get down to it. Very similar. AP increased by 1, because Nord Highlands. Academic points by making good decisions, acting appropriately, and completing quests. You'll gain AP, academic points. Usual stuff. When you've accumulated enough AP, your rank will increase the next time you report a quest. There are 15 ranks ranging from B7 to A0, and every time your rank increases, you will receive a perk from the academy. Understood, pupils?
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day.
How did you know I was living under a rock?
It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
It really is.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
Something practical, and you'll be tested on it, like an exam.
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
Indubitably.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
I do, strangely.
And one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow. What? I'm a little worried about that practical exam next week. I mean, I'm still just getting used to this stuff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we'd have no trouble finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of you to offer, but I was planning on attending club practice today. Oh, you've joined a club already? Which one did you pick? I decided to try for the band. I'm not sure how much use they'll have for a violinist. Well, I didn't know you played the violin. Did you just pick it up for fun? Yeah, something like that. How about you guys? Have you joined any of the school's clubs? I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? Somehow that's not what I pictured for you. No pun intended. Do you have any artistic experience? I dabbled in it back home. Taught myself, so I feel like this could be a good chance to learn proper technique. Wow, it's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. Oh good, you're still here. Who closed the door? Instructor? Is there a problem? No, I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. There's something I need picked up from the student council room. Something you need picked up? What would that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. All I'll say is, it's something absolutely essential to your school life, and somebody needs to go get it. Though it doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up in the student council room and tell them you sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait. Are you sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I can look in on a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. I'm sure we'll get to pick a club to join. Well, if you really don't mind. Thank you. The student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open until quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. Alright, let's see about doing some... Where did those two go? Probably after their clubs, obviously, yes. Do a bit of mini rounds here. The student council room's on the second floor of the student union building to the east of here. I'm counting on you. Of course, instructor. Is there a reason you're still here, though? Don't tell anyone, but I actually left the student register in here and forgot all about it. Good thing I remembered, though. Otherwise, I would have to sit through another of the vice principal's lectures. She's not exactly a conventional teacher, is she? No. Student council room's on the second floor of the student union building to the east of here. Counting on you. Yeah, I bet you are. Alright, so what we got on this floor? Several yellow dots over there, so let's begin. We're after these yellow dots. Ah, looking for a copy of Woo Baby. It's down there, and there's one up here as well. Lovely. Have you decided on what club you want to join? I'm considering focusing my time on extracurricular activities during our 3 days myself. Hopefully, we can both make the most of our free day tomorrow. I mean, I have loads of bonding points to use, like infinity bonding. Hello. Infinity bonding points now, so get to see everything. I'm considering focusing my time on extracurricular activities during our 3 days myself. This academy's sense of freedom is rather pleasant. I bet. Where did that other yellow dot go? Down there. We'll go to you first because you're wandering about, so... Oh, glorious day. We've finally got a free day tomorrow. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna spend the whole thing shopping. A little bit of retail therapy is just what the doctor ordered after all those soul-sucking classes. I'm ready to spend. How ready am I? For our first free day? You could say I've lived my entire life in preparation for this moment. My wallet's gonna lose a whole bunch of weight tomorrow. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh my, what a delectable smell. It seems as though it's emanating from the cooking club. Perhaps I should follow my nose and grace them with my presence. Yes? What do you want, Colette? Oh, you've said this to me already. Why did you even come up to me? How rude. The smell is truly wonderful. Do you suppose they'd be so kind as to let me sample what they're making? Oh dear, oh dear. My name's Hebel, and before you joke that my name rings a cross bell, I'm head of the wind orchestra. The name's a bit misleading, though, since we focus on more than just percussion and wind instruments. If your interest lies in strings or something, we'd still be more than happy to have you. If you'd like to join, just stop by whenever you can. No problem if you want to play a stringed instrument or something. Now that I think of it, I'd have more sense if we just called ourselves the music club. Anyway, feel free to stop by again if you're ever interested in joining. Just looking at this, seeing like, what building's over there? Trying to make sense of where I see because there's the entrance. So yeah, that is. I was going to say it's leaves over there. Trista. I have been trained in the art of the piano since I was naught but a child. What do you think? Do I sound like a normal noble if I talk like that? I've been playing piano for a while, though, and I thought it'd be fun to play here too. I wasn't particularly ladylike as a child. Back then I could hardly sit still on a piano bench, let alone play anything. Oh dear, oh dear. Hello, Elliot. Nothing relaxes me like having a violin in my hands. This academy seems really well equipped. This place might not be so bad after all. I'm planning on playing the violin in the wind orchestra. Hebel apparently plays the violin too, so I might be able to pick up some new techniques from him. Very well. Very well. Ha ha ha! Hello, and welcome to the Cooking Club. Whether you want to learn the essentials of cooking or research new, exciting dishes, this is the club for you. You should definitely join if this whets your appetite. I sense an unstoppable force lurking just outside the club room. Perhaps it's a new member just waiting to make their entrance. Oh dear. You've made plenty of friends during your time here at Thors, haven't you, Reen? Not just in your own year, either. You forged friendships with second years, instructors, and staff alike. You're the kind of person that people can feel confident placing their trust in. I think this is because I've got the notebook. Thank you very much. When you say it like that, it makes me a little self-conscious. On the contrary, you should be proud. Well then, as one of the instructors tasked with handing out the Lionheart medals this year, I hereby present you with the Medal of Friendship. Well, at least we got that early, I suppose. Thank you so much. This is a real honor. I've only been here like 2 weeks. Other than that, I don't really know what to say. Not really used to this sort of thing. Neither am I, to be honest. It's only been 2 weeks. But I suppose all I can ask is that you continue to deepen your friendships with everyone. I'll be cheering you on as you do. I will, and thank you again. I mean, that's clearly because of the notebook. Clearly. I mean, I'm equipping it. It's like, yeah, may as well have it. Simple as that. I mean, it's like, that's extra defense and ADF. And that's good all round. Oh, hello there. You are a Class 7 student, are you not? Well, this seems strange now. You just gave me a medal. My name is Mary. I'm the cooking club's advisor. Were you hoping to join? I'm afraid not. I'm just trying to familiarize... It's just that I'm trying to familiarize myself with the campus. Just got a medal. Just got a medal. She seems far kinder than I expected a military academy instructor to be. Just Got a medal from him. That's fine. I happen to be the advisor for the art club and the wind orchestra too. If you're interested in joining either of them, we'll be sure to welcome you with open arms. It had been 2 weeks since I started as an instructor. She gave me a medal. I suppose you could say I'm something of a first year myself. I hope that this year can be a learning experience for all of us. Maybe don't hand out medals to students you really just met. And of course, please don't hesitate to let me know if you wish to join any of the clubs I look over. She sounded like, oh, it's been 2 weeks, here, have a medal. Like, what for? You make so many friends around the place, I thought you deserved it. Linda. I wonder if joining this club was a mistake. Clara's supposed to be the head of the club, but she's so caught up in her own work, she won't teach us anything. Then there's Gaius, who seems a little hard to approach. I mean, that's to be expected, you are an airship. I shouldn't be so quick to judge, though. Maybe I just need to take the initiative and talk to them. That's perfect. I just need to get to know everyone. Tomorrow, maybe. Creating art while I'm surrounded by art. Being able to paint in a place like this is an invaluable experience. Definitely not something I was able to enjoy back home. I should ask him about his home sometime. Seems like an interesting place. Doesn't it just? Being able to paint a place like this is an invaluable experience. I can already see that there's a lot to learn at this academy. I like her hair so much. I really do. I guess we have new members all of a sudden. Well, bully for them. I've got my own art to focus on. Shouldn't a club head be a bit more friendly? Or at least kind of welcoming? I'm busy with my own art. I'll leave the new members to the advisor. I like her. I like her a lot. Let's see what else is around. Is there any way to discern who this is? I mean, based on like the sort of ridges on the forehead, some kind of Klingon maybe? Maybe. Woo baby. Let's head up to the rooftop. Can I fast travel yet? I don't think I can. I don't see a method to do that, so I don't think I've been granted it sort of thing yet. Okay, anyone on the roof? Aha, hello, Fee. What are you doing up here, Fee? Being bored. That's not what I meant. Are you planning on joining any clubs? How about I help you look at... Too much work. She's a difficult one. Nice view up here. Might come here when I'm bored. Oh dear, Fee, dear, oh dear. Right, so down to the ground floor. Which would be called the first floor, because Americanese. You know, Americanese. Gears of the game, everyone, I saw that. It's been about half a month since the entrance ceremony. I would imagine you're starting to get used to your life here. I mean, I got a medal, you know? I know it's a lot to take in, but as long as you keep your head up, I'm sure you'll adjust soon enough. Imagine you're starting to get used to your life here. There are already students who recognize me, which just makes my day. Is there actually a place around here? Oh dear. No umbrellas. What happens if it rains? Hello. I was just trying to get to my club when this weirdo started harassing me. What I wanted was for someone to tell me where the music room is. Do you know? I do, yes. Still don't know my way around this academy. But before I worry about that, I gotta get away from this guy. No, I want to speak to... Vincent, oh, lost little lamb, worry no longer. For I, Vincent the noble escort, Floral, will take you wherever your heart desires. Noble escort? What does that even mean? Now, no need to be shy. Merely close your eyes, take my hand and trust me. Name the place and I shall guide you there like an elegant bird leading its chicks. Oh dear. Master Vincent is the only son of the Floral family. Despite his pedigree, however, it would be wise to take his words with a healthy degree of skepticism. For instance, While he may claim to be the noble escort, most women he offers his service to reject him. There is some truth to Master Vincent's noble escort claims. His nobility is by no means in question. His ability to attract women, however, most certainly is. Oh dear, oh dear. So we got someone down there. Okay. Hello. A new student, huh? Well, I'm the janitor and this here's my room. If you have the need of advice, just stop on by. I'll help you in any way I can. Even if you bust a window or three, you can let me know. I won't get after you too much. Alright, you'll be the first to know if I start endangering the school's glass. Of course, there's a long history of smashed windows behind it, so you can bet it's got a lot of rules. Wouldn't hurt you new students to give your student notebook a good once over. If you know the rules, you're less likely to break them. What, the windows? I mean, I suppose. They could say, like, no ball games, and it's like, yeah, you're less likely to break the windows, aren't you? Oh dear, here we go. You there! You're a member of Class 7, are you not? Listen here, contrary to the tainted image your instructor has provided you, this is a highly distinguished academy. You can see this exemplified by our upper-class students, whose noble behavior you would do well to learn by. Take heed. Persist of their every action and mannerism. Do you see them running in the corridors? No, you do not. Understood? Listen here, contrary to the tainted image your instructors provide you, this is a highly distinguished academy. You can see this example. You're just saying the same thing again. Okay. Normally, people have two sets of things to say. Do we understand? Yeah. So rude. Well, hello there. Welcome to the infirmary. You seem healthier than our average visitor. Oh, well, classes are over for the day, so feel free to relax here if you'd like. Thank you for the offer. She seems like a sweet old lady. If you ever find yourself sick or injured, don't even think twice about stopping by. If you don't find yourself sick or injured, feel free to stop by anyway. Ah, delightful. Who's in trouble? Yeah, I'm feeling way better now. Had a fever this morning, so I thought it would be smart to rest in here. Medicine instructor Beatrix gave me really did the trick. Phew, I'm happy to say I'm feeling way better now. It'd have been a real bummer to spend our free day tomorrow stuck in bed. That's all thanks to Beatrix here. She really is a Rose of May, indeed. Let's see who we got. Faculty Lounge. Thomas. Oh? That wouldn't have to be a recipe book you've got there, would it? It is. Someone gave it to me earlier. Why do you ask? Perfect. Simply perfect. I've just been conducting some food-related research, you see. It just so happens that I've been on the lookout for someone who could assist me with it. Sorry, did you say research? I did indeed. It's related to geography, actually. I'm in the midst of gathering a variety of, well, perhaps we should call them peculiar dishes. Dare I ask why? All over the world, every dish people cook has a deep history behind it. I'm interested in the history hiding behind the cuisine that we might see as bizarre or unappetizing. But it is no fun to just read about food. I want to sample the dishes as I research their history and purpose. I see, that's certainly a unique field of study. Oh please, there's no need for flattery, Irene. Very well. Consider this a standing order. Come straight to me if you happen to stumble onto any new peculiar dishes. Looking forward to what sorts of dishes you'll bring my way. Didn't even give me a chance to say no. Oh well, might as well help him out. All it could hurt is his stomach. Do I have any? Oh, it doesn't look like you brought me anything new and peculiar today. Looking forward to seeing just what sort of things you'll bring my way. Might see if I can get some done now. I cannot. If it isn't Reen Schwarzer, what brings you here? Oh, don't tell me you wanted to learn more about the War of the Lions. Well, that's just fine by me. Allow me to be your guide through the hectic history of the Middle Ages. As luck would have it, I just so happen to have 5 or so hours to spare today. That should be enough for a cursory primer. Thank you for the offer. I won't want to bother you. Once he gets going, not even Adios could make him stop. Oh, what a shame. I really want to tell someone about the War of the Lions. I suppose my authentic Eastern Haniwa statue will have to do. Haniwa? Haniwa? No idea. Noreen, come here a sec. You know, you've got a real air of confidence since you first showed up here at Thors. 2 weeks ago? Oh well. Really? I haven't really noticed much of a difference. Maybe it's because of all the difficult opponents we've had to face over the course of the 2 weeks. Yeah, I've heard you've been through a lot on those field studies or whatever. You know, when you went to the pub and spoke to everyone there twice, I heard about that. I've got to give this to someone, so I figured might as well be you. What? I'm in charge of handing out one of the Lionheart medals this year. Just seems so wrong. So yeah, it's the Medal of Valor. Congrats. Oh. Wow, thank you so much. It's a real honor to be awarded something like this after only 2 weeks. Well, keep up the good work, I guess. Crow and Angelica got it last year, and to be honest, I think you're on track to accomplish just as much as they did. Who? I don't know if I'll be able to pull that off, but this is going to motivate me to work even harder from now on. I mean, yeah, you got the rest of the curriculum to do, so. You're from Class 7, right? Must be a weird class if stopping by the faculty lounge is how you spend your free time. I'm just coming to grips with the Academy's layout. I mean, I need to find some place to put these 2 medals that I've got. Instructor Makarov doesn't really have the air of a natural science teacher. He's apparently in charge of oral studies, so that makes sense in a way. Anyway, just do me a favor and try not to fail any of your tests. I really don't want to think of any new stuff and retests. If nobody fails, I won't have to. You might not want to say that too loudly considering your position. No, Mint from Class 3. She's my niece. She's a good kid, but wherever she goes, chaos follows. Should probably go make sure she hasn't set herself on fire. She's gonna be here for 2 whole years. Let's see about that fella. I mean, strength and speed, that just feels very, very good. Something I'm thinking of actually doing, by the way, you know, in regards to, like, I've got these Zeram powders I can actually pick up. I might open them up and then sell them. So that's a good chunk of money there that could be useful in order to buy materials to actually get, like, ingredients and stuff for recipes. That'd be worthwhile doing. I believe that would be a wise course of action. Look at him just wandering about, loitering over there. Ooh, if I was a police officer, things I would do. Conference room. Anyway, let's actually end this part here. And in the next part, we'll wander outside and see who's available to speak to there. So, we'll see you next part. Ta-ta for now.